In the land of Photoshop, when I'm doing things really right, the first thing that I should do is come in and adjust color levels. This is not a drastic change to an image. It's a very subtle change that will almost always help you out a little bit when you get an image that is a little challenged coming out of the camera. So here we go. I've got 3 images here, and we're going to adjust color levels on all 3. And here you go. I mean, this image isn't, it is what it is, but it's a little dingy. So all you do, you go to the image drop-down menu in Photoshop, adjustments, and then you go to levels. Here we go. And this little histogram shows up. And I call these histograms are always going to look a little different. This side represents shadows, this side represents lightnesses, and these are midtones right here. And I call these mountains, I call them Mount Rushmore, and Mount Rushmore's always out in the middle of nowhere. So you don't want to be on the way to Mount Rushmore. You want to be at Mount Rushmore. So I take this one and drag it right over here to the beginning of this Mount Rushmore. I'll drag it in a little bit to exaggerate. And then I'm going to drag this one in a little bit more. And of course, I rarely mess with this, though you can. Okay, that's adjusting your midtones. And when I'm done, I click OK. And the image has become a bit more rich. I'll go into the history panel when I open the image, and you can see it's kind of dry. Look at it. It looks dry. It doesn't look like heaven wherever it is, but if I come back down here to levels, now it does look richer. I think I messed with the midtones too much. Let's try another image. This image, actually, I don't think it looks that bad. I mean, you know, I can crop portions of it, get some stuff I need in here. But I'm going to go Image, Adjustment, Levels. Here we go. Let's see how Mount Rushmore is looking in here. It looks like our shadows are fine, but it looks like our brightnesses are a little challenged. So I'm going to drag this over here. We'll exaggerate a little bit. Looks like our shadows are okay, or darknesses anyway, and I'll click OK. The image has been adjusted, and at a glance you can't tell any difference actually. But if I go back to the Open in the History panel, notice it does look a bit more dull. I come back here, it perks it up a bit. It does perk the image up. We always need a little perk. I'll go back to Open, the dull one, back to the perky one. It just brightens it up just a tad. Let's go into a third image. When I open the image, it's a bathtub. Oh, but can we perk it up? So I'll go Image, Adjustments, Levels. And this is a good histogram. I mean, I love it when I see this, which means my camera, which is my Samsung Galaxy 3, which I love so much. But it didn't make the adjustments that I really wanted to, so I dragged this one into the beginning of Mount Rushmore. I dragged this one to the beginning of Mount Rushmore. And there you go. I bring it right to the beginning. Maybe I'll exaggerate a little more. I click OK. And let's see how it looked when we opened it. Ooh, look at that. This is a really good example. And at a glance, you really can't tell. The original image is kind of murky, but if I go back to levels, look how perky and clean that is, and sparkly, shiny. Ooh, just the bathtub you want to walk home with today. I'm going to go back to open murky, perky. So there you go. Image adjustment levels. We'll go into more of these options over here in another episode.